Hi everyone, this is Whitney again. I know it's been almost 2 months since my last update and a lot has happened, but not a lot has happened, so I didn't feel up to making a video post until now. Personally, a lot has happened in my life. I've recently had a breakup and that took a lot out of me, but I now am feeling strong because a lot of good things are about to happen in my life. I've recently graduated from college, thank you, and I've applied for graduate schools, and I've recently found out I got a funded visit to visit one of my schools, so that'll be awesome. Waiting to hear back, don't know where I got in quite yet, but things are looking up, and I'm trying to stay strong and do a lot for myself and relearn how to do that, really, to care about myself. And I think that this surgery is going to be a turning point in my self-discovery as of late anyway. So back on track, the lap band is still in sight. Since the last time I talked to you, I've had a couple visits with the doctor, a couple tests done, and I'd really like to go back and kind of outline my process so far. So today is February 2nd, 2010, my little sister's birthday. Happy birthday, Katie. And since the last time we've spoken, I had my first surgeon's visit. I got to meet my surgeon, Dr. Jeffrey Allen in Louisville. He's awesome, by the way. And I got to talk to the lady about the insurance, and really that was the first time I felt like I was getting something accomplished. So it was really good. He said that everything I've done is correct. The insurance representative there said that as long as I took this little paper into my primary care physician to see if I needed an EKG, pulmonary test, cardiovascular test, things like that, that'd be good to go. So December 17th was when I had my surgeon's visit. I then went on January 5th to have my visit with my primary care physician, which is when I got my EKG, and she signed off and said I didn't need any other tests because basically I'm healthy. I did get some blood tests done. She pretty much did everything. Took a lot of blood from me that day because she was awesome and wanted to make sure that they couldn't ask for anything else. Like, I've done everything for them. So that's cool. On that same visit, I asked her if she would do me a favor and write a letter. The insurance representative at my surgeon's office noticed that I only had 5 visits, supervised diet, and that my insurance required 6 months. Well, because I was in school 4 hours away from my doctor, I did have 6 months, but only 5 visits. And so I asked my doctor if she would write a note explaining that I was far away from school and that I was under her care for 6 months, but that I was only able to get in 5 visits. I figured doing everything preemptive like that would only help me get approval when it came time. So I asked her to do that for me, and I also asked her to write me a letter. If anyone out there is in a college situation trying to get time off from school to do this, listen to this. I graduated in December, meaning that for 6 months, a little over 6 months, I'm not going to be a full-time student. One of the reasons I graduated in December was so that this semester I would be able to have this surgery and have enough time off for recovery, so that I wouldn't miss classes and things like that. I'm planning on starting graduate school in the fall. Will resume being a full-time student. Now, if you think about this in insurance terms, I am 23 years old, still on my parents' insurance, and for about a little over 6 months, I'm going to be nothing, really. I'm not going to be a student. I'm going to have like a part-time job, but really I'm not doing nothing according to them. So one of the things I also asked my doctor to write about was that because of this medical procedure, I would be out of school for a little over 6 months. So if you're a student working on this, contact me. I could help you out. I've done enough preemptive work to make sure that the insurance company could not say no, just because I was out of school for 6 months for this reason. So, let's see what else has happened. About a week ago, I got a call. I've been calling my surgeon's office to see if there's been any news from the insurance, and I've been calling her, and she said to call back the next day because my insurance system was down. I have Humana, and so I called her the next day, and she said that there was all sorts of things going wrong with my insurance, that I was once under my dad's, now I'm under my mom's, and it's all just messed up. So I got worried because I thought that I was doomed, obviously, if I'm having all these problems. But I called the insurance, well, stepmom called the insurance, and she figured out the problems, worked them out after many long hours of people telling her she didn't know what she was talking about. And yesterday, finally got it all worked out with the insurance, and let Tanya know, my insurance lady, bariatrics insurance lady, and she said she'd call us back when she heard something. Well, lucky me, that was yesterday. Lucky me, I got a call today saying that it's been approved. It's almost been a year, people, of me working on this. Through school, doctor's visits, surgeon's visits, blood tests, everything, and everyone out there who's been through it knows it. There's about 100 hoops you have to jump through, and I've finally jumped through the last. She said it's been approved, and I'm wanting to have it at a particular hospital, and actually the planning and setting dates is a little further out for that one, but I'm willing. And so I'm hoping to, write this down, have the pre-op testing. She said I have to have that on Thursday. My pre-op testing March 4th, and my surgery date hopefully will be March 8th or 9th. Now remember, my very first seminar on the lap band, the first thing you have to do with my surgeon's office, was March 13th, 2009. And now my surgery will be almost 1 year later. And the thing is, I thought I would be upset about it, but I think to me it's the fact that it's getting done and it's been approved and everything's fine, and I'm overwhelmed. I needed a little bit of happiness. So once again, I'll go through my timeline just so you know. March 13th of 2009, I went to my seminar, and that's where they give you the first packets and you start working on insurance things and decide if your insurance needs you to do a 6-month or more supervised diet with your primary care physician. I have Humana, and so that's what I had to do. I had to do 6 months of a supervised diet, which went nowhere for me, just so you know. And then finally, December 17th, I was able to get in with the surgeon's office, talk to them, decide what other tests I had to do. So that was 9 months later after my seminar. January 5th, I had my EKG and other testing done, and now hopefully I will have my pre-op tests on March 4th and my surgery on March 8th. It's finally getting really close, and it feels kind of odd, I think, but I appreciate everyone's support. I'm ready, and I'm glad it's finally here. I'm glad that I'm almost feeling strong enough to do this and do it for myself, you know. So, any comments are welcome. I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have or clarify anything that I've said, because I didn't really plan this talk. So it may be coming a little more frequent, especially when I get the date set for sure and decide anything else I need to do. Hopefully when I have the surgery, this will be a weekly address letting you know how I'm doing with the surgery and new exercise regimens, my eating and everything, because I'd really like to contribute to the community. And as a student, in my young, my young 23, I think that I can contribute. So again, any questions, feel free to ask, and I'll see you all later.